Hello, this is Ray with Get Real Ray, a place and space for life and business tips from this creative soul to hopefully inspire you on your journey. Yes! Or at the very least, provide you with some laughs. Ha ha ha. And so, let's get real about avoidance. I know. Okay. So why, oh why? Given that I have been talking about I want to spend every summer on the beach. I would love to have a house someday right next to the beach. Walk out the door, there's the beach. So here I am living the dream. Okay, well, it's not my house. I've been doing this house sitting thing, and if you've seen some of my other videos, then you know that I am traveling throughout the US right now, doing various house sits, and my stuff is in storage. And so I have been fortunate enough to find a house sit on an island. And literally, I slap the leash on this dog when we take a walk, and we are at the beach in less than 10 minutes. Super, super nice, right? And yet, I guess I've been here for 10, 12 days. I've got 2 or 3 more days to go. Being the numbers and math, I'm like, ooh, this or that. But point being, okay, let's just say here I've been for 10 days. There was an entire day where literally I just left the house to take the dog out to the bathroom. Okay, we went over to the beach to like see the sunset, but I spent pretty much all day indoors. That's a lot of time to be indoors. I think I was working on something important. I hope I was working on, oh, actually, I think I had a lot of classes to teach that day. But all the same, it's like, I was so eager to get to this house sit and be right next to the beach, and yet I haven't gone out to the beach. I should be at the beach every day. Now, as I'm saying this, as these words are flying out of my mouth, I'm realizing, no, you pretty much have been at the beach every day, because I try to take the dog twice a day. And as I'm thinking it through, yes, I have been at the beach every day. So what am I complaining for? Oh my gosh. Okay, have you seen some of my other videos where it's just like, hey, maybe the thing you want, you actually have it, and you should just reframe things because you actually have what you said you wanted? As I'm doing this video, I realized, oh, my goal of going to the beach daily is exactly what I've been doing. And I've been going twice a day. But the problem is I haven't been going the way I envisioned I would go, right? As you saw from my little intro video, I was wearing a sweater on the beach. I was not like, whoop, here I am in my little bikini, sunbathing, swimming, none of that. I have not been in that water. Like, my shoe got wet, but I have not been swimming. I have not been swimming. And I have been asking myself, should I go swimming here before we leave? And the homeowners actually have like a pool membership for the club out here. I think it's an indoor pool. And so yeah, you can go and use our membership. And I couldn't be bothered to like look up the information, and so I haven't done that. And I just told myself, well, you know what? Ultimately, you don't need to go to this fancy pool over here. You were right next to the beach. Just go swimming at the beach. Now, why haven't I gone swimming at the beach? Why am I avoiding swimming at the beach? Aside from the fact that clearly I'm usually dressed inappropriately for the beach. Well, one thing is I'm like, are you allowed to swim in the water over here? Because I don't see anybody else swimming in this water. Like, nobody. I saw a family with like a group of adults and some children. So it was like a couple of families together, I guess. And one lady was wearing a bikini with some weird like horse riding boots or something. I don't really know what she was dressed for because it did not make any sense to me. And most of the beach is rock. When the tide is low, you'll have lots of smooth sand. But when the tide is not low, it's just mostly like all this rock. And so I can understand her need to protect her feet, but I cannot figure out why I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why she was wearing this bikini. She did not look wet. So, and then she had a big old hat on. So was she sunbathing? Was she just trying to look like cute in front of her friends? I don't really know. I don't really know. The kids looked like they were having fun, but I don't really know what's happening there. So, point being, they weren't swimming. And then I saw another couple yesterday, like paddling a canoe, and they got out of the canoe and they did not really look like they were wearing swimwear. They didn't look like they were going to swim. And so, you know, sometimes you go places where it's like, the water's polluted. And I did see two young ladies sunbathing, but they were sunbathing. They weren't swimming. So what is up with this beach? Why are people not swimming? Because I don't want to be that girl. And I do have to say, everyone that I have seen has been a lighter shade. They are not the same shade as me. I'm black, y'all. I ain't seen no black people over at that beach. More importantly, I have not seen any black people swimming at that beach. I do not want to be the only little black girl swimming in that water and then somebody be like, excuse me, ma'am, actually, you're not allowed to swim over here because there's no lifeguard. So don't do that. And then they'll kick me off the island and be like, shame on you. But okay, that's probably not going to happen. And yes, I could go online. You can't tell that I'm right at my computer, so I'm pointing to the computer right now. I could go online. I could do the Google search, and I can find out if swimming is permitted at that beach. I did try to do a quick check on my phone. Swimming beaches, this island, and it mentioned these other beaches, but it did not mention the beach that I'm on. But like I said, I didn't really feel like doing a deep dive. Being totally lazy, I could just figure out the information for the indoor pool and go enjoy that. Or I could figure out if swimming is allowed over there. Or I could just be brave enough to slap on me old bathing suit and go jump in the water and wet me toes. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So why am I avoiding swimming in this water? I love swimming. I love beaches. I am a beach swim person. What's going on? And so I made a list. And you guys, because I did not want to get too off topic, do I get off topic or do I just go on tangents? I think tangents would be the correct phrase. So because I did not want for you to feel, as you're watching this, to be like, oh, she's off on this tangent. Will she ever get to the point? And then 20, 30 minutes later, you're like, she made it there. I made a little list. So my eyes are going to go, boop. So am I avoiding fear? Fear of doing the wrong thing and then people noticing that I am the foolish person in the water. Fear of the rocks being really slimy and super kelpy, grossy, because they do kind of look slimy. Is it just shiny object syndrome? Is it that I really wanted to go swimming at the beach? Or is it just that I wanted to be at a beach, right? You see what I'm saying? Did I really want to go to that indoor pool and swim? I was always curious about the indoor pool, but now I have that opportunity. I'm like, yeah, why bother? Like, what is that? I have the opportunity to go to this pool, and I'm like, maybe not. What's the point? I said I wanted to. I was super excited when it was offered. Now I'm like, well, whatever. Okay. So is it too much on my plate as ready? I mean, I did mention that there was a day where I did not really go outside because I was super busy working. And when you are self-employed, doing the type of work I do with service-based business, then you need to work. And my business is also a bit seasonal in the sense that during the summer, it's not as busy as I would like it to be. So when I have work, I need to do the work. I also started a new podcast. I've started recording another podcast that I haven't launched yet. I've, what else have I started? Oh, I signed up for like an online course to strengthen my skills in this literary analysis. So, and then I had to fix a website. Like I did a whole website redesign. I had some email stuff that I had to fix, not answer emails, but like I hadn't received emails in one of my email accounts. It is July now, so 2 months, 0 emails. I thought, wow, really? No one has messaged me? And it turns out, no, I can't even get emails from myself. Like it was just a problem with my email inbox. So I had to fix that. So there were a lot of things going on. In addition to going through that backlog, editing, you probably have noticed more shorts on this channel. So like editing videos and trying to remember to honor my commitments and do the things I say I want to do. And also to remember to do creative things for myself. So too much on my plate? Well, possibly. Am I just impatient? Am I avoiding the beach because I am completely impatient and just can't be bothered to look up the information? Is it just old age, right? Like I just keep forgetting. Oh, I keep forgetting, like every time, oh yeah, I want to go swimming, that's right. Or is it laziness? Like, I could, right? But I don't really want to. Am I afraid of being disappointed? Like, oh, I don't look as cute in the swimsuit as I did 2 years ago. So I don't want to be disappointed. And so I don't really know what, it could be all of these. It could be none of these. It could be all of these, right? Who knows? It could just be like the weather. Like, I mean, clearly if I can wear a sweater at the beach, to me, it's not exactly hot enough for me to be out there like half naked. So maybe it's all these, maybe it's none of these. Maybe, I'm gonna look at my notes. Avoidance is time wasted. Maybe that's what I should focus on. So here I am almost at the end of my trip on this island, and I have not dipped my toes in anybody's water, whether it be an indoor pool or the sound. I don't really know what they call that water. I think it's called a sound. I don't know. But whatever body of water that surrounded this island, I have not been dipping into that. And it's just wasted time. And so I had this thought. I was like, oh, because I have this thought, I should make a video. Avoidance is time wasted. So if you're avoiding something in your personal life, in your professional life, you're wasting time. Just get it done, get it over with. Why? Because time is money. So if I'm avoiding, which is wasting time, then I am just wasting my money all of the time. Ooh, I know, I'm wasting my money all the time. And recently, I have been paying way too much attention to this, this case. Is it Michigan? Maybe? I don't know. Now I'm like, it's one of those states with an M. Okay. So, oh no, maybe it's Washington. Oh my goodness. I could look it up on the computer, but I'm not going to, because that would just take time that I don't want to take time away from sharing with you what the point is. The point is, there is a case being tried in the United States where 2 parents, I believe they're originally from Iran, they're being accused of an attempted honor killing against their daughter, who I believe was 16 or 17 at the time of the assault. And so, I do find it very fascinating, because I'm like, whoa, not only is the fact that this whole thing happened fascinating, but the verbiage, attempted honor killing, how is the state going to prove that, right? And so there have been comments online, you know, attempted murder or assault, but how are you going to prove attempted honor killing? That's like a little extreme. Just call it attempted murder, call it assault. And so I've been really curious to see what the evidence is that the state has. And as they've been going through it, I'm like, oh, the state's got some pretty good evidence. I mean, I was going the more of the side of, you know, that sounds just like clickbait, y'all trying to hype it up. But I'm like, oh no, the state's got some good evidence, aside from the video of this father assaulting his daughter, which is horrific. They have a lot of other powerful information. The jury will decide whatever the jury decides. But I am seriously taking time out of my day where I should be writing more songs, editing more videos, working on those books, playing at the beach. And I'm like, ooh, okay, let me put this video on double speed while I edit something else. And this works sometimes. Sometimes I'm able to edit a website while having that YouTube playing in the background. I don't have to watch it. But at least 3 times this week, I've been like, oh wait, what did they say? And I will stop what I'm working on, slow down the speed on the video back to normal speed. And then an hour later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a class that's gonna start in 5 minutes or whatever. And so this is not how I want to spend my time. Yes, I think knowing what is going on in the world of law is important, but why am I making it a priority to take time out of my day to watch this video? Part of me says, okay, it is important to get the information yourself instead of always going through third-party sources, because I could just look online at the end of the day for a summary of what is going on with the case. And that just occurred to me right now. So thanks, YouTube person, for watching this, because when I talk these things out with you guys, that's when I have like a good idea. Because apparently when the camera's off, I'm just like, stuck on the problem. And then when I turn on the camera, it's like, oh wait, I think I want to find the solution. You know, I just had this idea. Tangent. Hey. When I am talking to my girlfriends and we are discussing things, I will have really good ideas in the moment with them, right? Like, have you considered, have you thought of, have you tried? Interesting. You know, I wonder if, it's so fun. I love it. And I feel like my brain synapses are firing. I feel like a kind of smart person, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope they're having this fun with this conversation because I'm having a great time. And so I wonder if just having this camera, feeling that somebody might listen, somebody might watch part of this video, I don't know. I wonder if that's leaving me with this feeling as if I'm talking to a friend. And so in order to help my friend feel loved, I want to be able to give value and pose different questions, as well as make sure that I offer my friends some pearls of wisdom that don't feel preachy, but may be of some use. And so actually, and all that just came out of my mouth because I just thought of it right now. I'm like, maybe that's just it. Maybe that's why I like these videos. These are not like gonna be, you know, viral videos. No one's like, over here, I'm trying to fix my WordPress website. Let me go to Ray's video. Ah, yes. She told me something about WordPress and now she's talking about dogs. What? Huh? Did this? So anyway. I've said before that I myself like having something playing in the background when I'm working. Music with lyrics less, because I like start singing along and I gotta get distracted. So that was part of creating these videos in a longer form instead of me just bullet point, like having a conversation with a friend. Because for somebody who likes that kind of thing of something, just talking, you know, talking it out, you might dig it, whatever. Anyway, okay. So now that we've confirmed you are my friend, friend, what you're really telling me is, Ray, girl, don't be letting the YouTube distract you with the honor killing. You know what you need to do, Ray. You need to remember that time is money, and don't waste your money all the time. I mean, I say I want to have a very profitable business. I want to have millions of dollars in the banks, not because I just have to be a millionaire, because I think I could do a lot of good with a lot more money. And I know that the amount of money in the bank account does not necessarily equal my self-worth or happiness equivalent or value or any of that stuff, but not stressing about my bills would be nice. And so, as I have said all this, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna watch any silly, non-educational, non-business moving forward videos for the rest of my stay here. I'm only here for 3 more days. I think I can get it together enough where I continue to do more of the amazing things that I have done. Like I said, I've only been in this house for 10 days, and I managed to practice piano for 30 minutes one day, which you might be like, okay, that's not much. But given that I have been carting around a keyboard in my car for the past year, I have this learn to play piano subscription that I've had since 2020, and yet I still cannot play a complete song because I'm not putting in the practice. I'm not. There always seems to be a million other things to do, and then I have a moment of, oh yeah, I want to learn piano. Oh yeah, I need to get around to doing that. And so I was really proud of myself for making time to do that. I've actually written a couple of songs this past week. Like the other day, I just, idea after idea after idea of songs. I was like, what is happening with my brain? I felt inspired. I'm like, this isn't a crappy song. Like, I would want to listen to the song. Okay, so let me think, how do we get the music made? I sped through like an online course on songwriting. I was like, okay, there were some useful notes that I hadn't thought of there, but it wasn't like a course that really resonated strongly with me. And I have participated in this other online course that I signed up for. I mean, I've done a lot of things. I've edited tons of videos. I got back to recording stuff for my podcast. I wrote a story, like I wrote a play last night, which I was like, I gotta go to bed, but I have to write this play right now. And an hour later, I was like, done. And that was all me using my time. Maybe I could use my time a little bit more efficiently throughout the day so I didn't go to bed late and be tired. But I got things done, and it didn't feel like time wasted. So there are a lot of things that I've been able to do while here where I say to myself, no, I'm getting things done. So I need to make more of that happen. So if you find yourself scrolling the TikToks or just like hours on YouTube, and I've been there where you want to learn a skill and then 2 hours later, you're on your 5th video of how to do this skill, or you start with how to learn a skill, but then you realize, oh, I have to look at this other video because there's cute kittens or something. It can be hard, but ultimately, you're the only one who can make your life better. So other people can be nicer to you, can offer you things, but ultimately you are the only one who can turn that frown upside down, right? I mean, I've known people in my life where you do nice things for them, but they're always miserable. They always find a reason to complain, okay? Maybe it's happened to you. It certainly happened to me where I need a day off, I need a day off, I need a day off. You get a day off and then you don't get anything done. All you're thinking about is, oh, well, when I get back to work, I have to do this. When I get back to work, I have to do that. Or you wind up laying down and watching Netflix all day or YouTube all day or on your phone all day, right? And you binge watching whatever show. And then you got to go back to doing whatever it is that you were eager to get away from, right? So it's like, oh, what did you do all weekend? Oh, I just binge watched my favorite show. And now I got to go back to work. And sometimes, you know, it's good to have that little like mental chill. But if you binge watching your favorite show, it's time that was taken away from you doing something else you said you wanted to do, like learning a new skill or spending more time with friends, starting that garden, starting that book, writing a song, you know, any of these things, right? Starting your own business, making changes to your business, going to see that grandparent who's aging and says you never visit them, spending time with your dog, detoxing and not going on your phone, but instead going out in nature. If your binge watching took away from those things, then is it time well spent? Is it? right? So I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm just saying, remember, avoidance is time wasted and time is money. So don't waste your time all the time. I love that. I want to put it on a hat, on a t-shirt. That's going to be my new thing. Don't waste your time all the time. You might be wondering, yo, Ray, why is there a chair up on the ceiling? I don't know. This is not my house. I don't know who put it there. Could be the ghost. I don't know. All right. So anyway, I had to double check to see if there was another note about avoidance and wasting time. There was not. There was just a little reminder to water a plant. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and it helped me. Thank you for helping me, friend. You a good friend. You a good friend. You helped me. Thank you. Okay, friends, until next time.